Things to do: you have 4 options. Play offense only, play full game. Entering team select screen, the Chicago Bears, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Rivers hands this one to Mack. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Number 25.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 44, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 14.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Rivers on first down. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at the big man rumble. 30. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, in a great play for that defensive unit. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Rodgers on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
The ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
He was good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. That catch good for only a couple.
To Paris Campbell. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Rivers to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Terrell Suggs. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Forbath will put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss, and despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 19 carries, 66 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, move. I'm going to run you over.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Autry on the stop. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Lock in, lock in. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Demetrius Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Rodgers on the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that was dangerous.
Rivers
Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle.
Rivers.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 1st down.
they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
No!
Now the guilty party that time, Charles Leno Jr. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Robinson's got it. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Trubisky. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Trubisky will throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to Mack. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Terrell Suggs in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Bears 14, Colts 3.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Shedding the tackle. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Lock in. Alert. Hey, 18.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky, he finds Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
For a Chicago Bears.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Hey, 18. Blue.
Here's Trubisky. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danico Autry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Rivers going to bring the Colts up first and 10 right at the 30. He'll throw from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Rivers complete to Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And a Colts.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll run on first down. Mack, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
$13 yards remaining on second down. From the gun, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a...
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Rigoberto
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Patterson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 18. Let's get this. Watch it.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, man.
A give. This is Montgomery. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Ran. 18.
Now Trubisky. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They run with Patterson. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for this sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
58, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They go play action with Trubisky. Looking for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Grabbed there by Zach Pascal, and he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster, but when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Fourth down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Escapes the sack. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Justin Houston showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Nice pass rush there by Justin Houston, culminating in a sack. And the move to Indianapolis in 2019, absolutely rejuvenating. Plus, he changed positions from outside linebacker to defensive end and had his first double-digit sack season since 2014.
Patterson on the carry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Robinson, incomplete. It's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. will get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Traquan Smith with 3 touchdown receptions. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime. The Texans trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky, who's looked sharp thus far. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lead things here as they start first and 10, trying to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth from the loss last week to the Atlanta Falcons. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10.
Resume. Enter. Call timeout. Super sim. Exit game. Depth chart. Exit game. Game stats. Entering. Screen teams. Total offense home 270, away 132. Player stats. Team end. Team Kai. Player name M. Trubisky. QB rating 118.0. Completions 19. Attempts 24. Passing yards 216. Completion percentage 79. Passing touchdowns 1. Bears selected. Completion percentage. Attempt. QB rating 100. Team Kai. Rushing selected. Team Kai. Team Kai. Player name E. Montgomery. Attempts 10. Attempts 7. Yards 32. Yards 48. Resume. Entering.
At their
Player
own
stats
25-yard
screen.
line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 32, David Montgomery.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38, Trubisky throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, get him. Check that.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. Hey, one set. 18.
Trubisky will throw, and he fends him off. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Trubisky's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Patterson on the draw play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Bears
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. They try again with Montgomery. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Rodgers on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And first downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. first down. They'll stay with Mack on the ground. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here. Rivers over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Trubisky. This one caught by Ridley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, ball.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He was pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
I'm coming after you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Get that ball.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, one set. Hey, 18. 54. It's a party.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Trubisky on first down. This is caught by Robinson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
The kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up first and 10 at the 40. They'll start by handing this off to Mack. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
It's a gain of 3.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Rivers now from the 50. Complete to Hilton. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Number 13, T.Y. Hilton. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Black 15!
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering, call timeout, superstar, game stats. Entering, screen team stats. Total offense home 440 away 184. Rushing yards home 134 away 72. Passing yards home 306 away 112. Player stats, team end, team Kai. Player name Trubisky, QB rating 132.8. Completions 26. Attempts 31. Passing yards 332. Completion percentage 83. Passing touchdowns 2. Rushing selected. Broken tackles 1. Fumble. Touch. Team end. Player name Mack. Attempts 17. Yards 71. Yards 89. Attempts 20. Player name Montgomery. Entering. Player stats screen. Resume.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. from the shotgun. It's Rivers into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Enter instant replay. Superstar X Factor. Game stats. Entering screen team stats. Total offense home 440 away 194. Player stats. Team end. Player name M. Trubisky. Rushing selected. Player name M. Mack. Attempts 17. Yards 71. Receiving selected. Receiving yards 7. Receiving yards 178. Receptions 11. Player name A. Robinson. Player name R. Ridley. Receptions 6. Receiving yards 75. Receiving yards 25. Receptions 5. Player name M. Mack. Player name T. Hilton. Entering player stats screen.
And that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 16, Trubisky quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape, and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Number 32.
Hello, partner. Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch 18, 18. Slam, slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You got one, you got one, you got one.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking?
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
55. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Bound to lose one.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He was brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Come on. Alert 3, alert 3. Blue, blue, blue.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Graham's got it, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career, and he didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Pass. Say. Ran, go.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Offense.
What's up, man?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on the play.
Good, strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their 1st-round pick, number 13 overall, to get it from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Mack. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Throwing, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude. Rush in. Lock in. Ran up. Check 15.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Check. Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Mike's 54.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They'll try and run for it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, alert. Yo, lock in.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We go. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike. Red, alert. Hey, ball.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Robinson's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A give. This is Montgomery. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go. 58 for Mike, 58. Move. Here we go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.